All right, it's time to get real man on you. Start looking at some real man tools that I know very little about, but I somewhat know how to use some of these. I think every real man needs a circular saw in their life, and then now, I'm excited to upgrade my man card status and adding a band saw to the equation. But as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I guess sort of. So we have 7 different circular saws from Milwaukee in the M12, M18 lineup. And so there's only one way to figure it out. It's to buy them all and open it up and see which one I like the most, and then that'll be the one we start testing some more and using some more. One of the things that the whole point of doing this was, I don't want to be stuck with what the buyers at Home Depot decide for me. I have a circular saw at the house. I have an M18 version. I'm not sure which one I have. I don't think it's a fuel, but I'm stuck with whatever I showed up on a Tuesday afternoon and bought bought the one that Home Depot had, and that's the one I got. And the point of this series is to make sure that we don't get stuck that way, and that you're gonna at least in the Obsessed Garage store, when you buy them from me, you're gonna at least get something that's been I've been digging into very specifically the catalog. I've been talking to the representatives at Milwaukee. We're going to analyze the different battery options. There's a series coming up here where we'll be digging into battery technology, which batteries are the best and why. We're going to be digging into the obviously buying every tool. That's what I've done here, is I bought every one of these tools, and then we're going to just sort of open it up and touch and feel them, choose which ones I like the most, and then we'll dig more deeply into those as time goes on. So by the end of this process, I won't be saying I don't know anything about circular saws. I'll be telling you what I know, which to some people may be of some value. So they only make one M12, and it's a fuel only, which is nice. So let's open this up. So the question is, will I want to have in a little M12? This is a 5 3/8 inch circular saw. Will we want to have this little baby guy and then add an M18, or would you be okay just having an M18? And does it make sense to have some different styles and types of circular saws laying around? Because I think most people end up with one. You end up with one circular saw. And so that's going to be a question I'd like to answer here today, but we'll see how far we get. All right, so this is a little guy. And now this comes in 2 different options. You can buy it tool only, just like all the other Milwaukee tools. And if you haven't watched the rest of the series, their model numbers, the way they work is this is a 2530 and then the dash, and it's either 22, 21, or 20. Now this is a 21XC, which means that it comes with an XC battery, which is this. This is an XC 4.0. Largely, my guess is they don't recommend using this tool, this M12 tool, on the little CP batteries. And so this little XC 4.0 comes with a single battery, probably to keep the cost down. So this is $250 with a single battery. They don't sell it as a double battery option. And then this version also comes as a tool only for $150. So this is a 3600 RPM. The bevel goes up to 50 degrees, and it'll take 5 3/8 inch blades. But this little guy seems pretty darn cool. So the question will be: do we want to have a M12 circular saw and an M18? Because my guess is if you could choose only one, this is going to limit you a bit because the output isn't going to be as great, and get hung up on a big heavy piece of oak or something like that. If you're trying to rip a big piece of wood, this probably isn't going to be the tool for that. But this would be a nice little portable guy to have if you got to cut something simple. All right, so that's our M12. Now let's dumb it down. Let's go back a little bit here and let's look at the M18 version. Now, M18 comes in several different options, or 2 different options. Comes in base M18 and M18 brushless.
Of course, the way that the brushed motor works, you have two brushes that make contact that create the sort of conductivity between the battery and the motor, and that's what turns it on. And so this is their brushed version of base M18 and then brushless. So model number 2630 and model 2631. Now let's look at the pricing difference here on these two. They look fairly similar. The brushless, you would expect them to be a little bit smaller. Notice the box is a little smaller, but they're both, let's see, actually, yeah, this is a 6.5 inch, take 6.5 inch blades, and then the brushless is a 7.25. So let's look at the difference here. Yeah, so the brushless is $279, and it comes as a 2-1 kit, so it comes with a single XC battery. And then the brushless, so the 6.5, so this is $369, but comes with 2 batteries. So $369 or $119 with no batteries. That's a pretty big difference. The 2 batteries cost a couple $100, $250. So the 6.5 inch M18 is $369, and the 7.25 M18 brushless is $279, but again only comes with a single battery. So let's open up the brushed one first, since we would call this the entry level. This looks a lot like the one that I may have. I have at home, but this is likely going to be their oldest tool that they still produce. It comes with a 6.5 inch blade. So that was a question. Did the little M12 come with a blade? 5 3/8. Contents. Yeah, there was no blade in here. It's just the saw, blade wrench, charger. Yeah, there was no blade. So you'd have to buy a blade for that one. So make sure you do that if you're going to buy the little M12. So let's see here. This is going to be fun getting it back in the box. Because real men don't need instructions. Oh yeah, this is going to be real fun. All right, so this is a 2 battery package. This comes with XC 3.0 batteries, 3 amp hours. So anytime you see an XC battery, the batteries have a 3-year warranty. If you see a, there's another one here. If you see a CP battery, then it has a 2-year warranty on the battery. But all the tools have a 5-year warranty. And I mentioned this before. Yeah, this thing's ugly. I don't like this. I mentioned this before. You want to make sure it also comes with the charger and whatever that little thing is. This comes with the M12 M18 charger. You want to be careful where you buy this stuff because, you know, technically speaking, you know, Milwaukee does not honor the warranty if you buy it from an unauthorized place, like Amazon is not authorized. And they try to manage that. They try to keep that people from, you know, pulling those scams where they, you know, these companies will buy the product and then bootleg it on Amazon, which doesn't make any sense. But then they're losing money. You know, there's not enough margin on these tools to mess with that. But I know some people, you know, sometimes they'll just fix the tool if they, you know, if they search it by serial number. But if they know that that serial number was purchased from an unauthorized online dealer, then you technically don't get to retain your warranty. All right, so this guy, unless I get a sheet of wood out, these are a little harder to test, so I'm kind of going by feel. But doing a brushed version of the tool, especially since this is, you know, $370, I don't know. We'll see what the fuel stuff looks like. All right, so this one here was $279, single battery. It comes with, this is our bag. So that's interesting. This is the first tool I've come across. It doesn't come with a bag or anything. Oh wait, no, it did come with a bag, sorry. It just wasn't in the bag. So here's our brushless version. Oh yeah, this is gonna be real fun getting these back in the box. So you can see the difference. And you have the, the electric motor is much more compact. And then this one comes with a single battery somewhere in here. Comes with a framing blade. We'll get into accessories in the future here, but this gunmetal looking 7 1/4 inch blade. Our battery's in here somewhere. This comes with a 5.0 battery, but a single battery. And you can't buy this in a 2 battery version. Interesting. Yeah, we're going to get these all out and then we'll kind of hold them all and see what they feel like. That's kind of odd. This is a left-handed version. See how the battery is opposite? Is there, maybe make that in the comments, is there such thing as a right-handed and left-handed saw? I feel like this feels better having it on that side. I never even considered that. Well, you consider something new every day. All right, now let's get into the fuel stuff, which will be the likely choice. So now we have, this is a metal cutting, so that's a specific one. We'll do that one last. So we have a 7 1/4. This is their general circular, so 7 1/4. This is a HD package. And then they have a 6 1/2, so I guess let's do the 6 1/2 first. And then they have a rear handle, which I'm interested in. All right, so these two would be direct, similar, but a little bit bigger. So 6 1/2 inch blades, 7 1/4 inch blades. And so, let's see, the 6 1/2 is $419. The 7 1/4, so, well, let's get into the 7 1/4 side. So let's just stick with this, let's not confuse ourselves here. So the 6 1/2, 5,000 RPMs, 50-degree bevel capacity. This is 2730-22. You can also buy it in a 2730-21 for $319. So $419, $319, $219. $219 would be for the bare tool. So everybody always asks me about my knives. This is a Benchmade. I'm not sure what model. 154 CM. I'm not sure what model this is. So, one of the questions I wanted to answer, which I guess I could have gotten away with skipping this question altogether, was, are there any base tools, like are there any fuels that you wouldn't want? Meaning, are there any times when you would just buy an M18 or an M18 brushless over an M18 fuel, and this is like the 10th video we've made, and the answer to that has been no, always get the fuel. Fuel has been preferred in all options. All right, so we're back to a traditional left-sided blade. And this is a XC battery. So this comes with 2 XC 5.0s. also, I believe, going to come with a 6.5 inch blade in here somewhere. Saws sound a whole lot different without the blade on it. And again, this is more of an unboxing, so there is a blade in there. It's the same framing blade as this one. So we'll just leave it in there for now and keep working through our other saws here. Just jam our bag back in there and keep moving. Now the next one, this is the HD version. So they only sell this 7 1/4. They only sell this in HD with a HD 12.0 battery, a single battery, and as a bare tool. And this was $449 or $249. 2732-21 or 2732-20. So because of the bigger blade circumference and weight of it, they must suggest that you only use HD batteries, and they give you a monster, the 12 amp hour battery in here on this. That's clearly going to make it heavier. So my guess is for most of us, this is going to be preferred. Let's see the bulk. Yeah, look at the motor on that thing. Yeah, same framing blade, same blade as the other 24 tooth framing blade. So it comes with one of these. Same blade as the brushless tool. And then we're going to have a monster 12 amp hour battery for this sucker, which is going to make it real heavy. So the weight on this one is 10 pounds. No, 12 pounds. That's the rear handle is 10 pounds. These HD batteries never have a charge on them. But look at that sucker. Jeez. So now we have a right-handed or right-sided. That's weird. So maybe someone can explain to me why the 7-inch versions have the blade on the right side, whereas the 6 or 7 1/4, where the 6 1/2s have the blade on the left side. And there's got to be a reason for that, I would think. Yeah, no charge on that. That's a big boy. I don't know that we wanna-be real men need something like that, but let's see. Put this back in. I like it when it comes in the bag, at least for reboxing. Now we have a 6 1/2 inch rear handle, which is this one. And then we have the metal one. Geez, these are taking up a lot of space here. Let's do this. Let's move the saw blades here underneath. This here. So I'll also be digging into the Milwaukee accessory line and figuring out what blades. Okay, so this is a 2830 HD. So this is a, 7 1/4. So this is the same type of saw, just with a handle on the back end, on the rear. Which I guess would be a personal preference thing here. Here. Big old bag. You could turn into your camping bag. So this one is $449. Same exact cost as the normal handled version. Oh yeah, look at that guy. That's pretty sweet. Now we're back to blade on the left side. And our monster battery. Also comes with a vacuum attachment. Lost my knife. So it's $269 for this without a battery if you buy this as tool only. This one was $249 if you're taking notes. Same 12 amp hour battery, but a much different battery storage location than any of the other tools. I mean, how would you know, unless you bought both of these, how would you know what your preference is? That rear handle, dang, that thing's heavy. And it comes with the same framing, 24 tooth framing blade. And then we have the metal saw. Let's take a look at the metal specific one. See if we can get this back in the box. Gotta keep things somewhat organized. And then we have this one. So this is a metal specific, metal circular saw. The blade is, let's see, what's the deal on this one? Circular saw kit. Where is this tool in the scheme of tools? Metal cutting, 419 bucks. Blade size is 5 3/8 to 5 7/8, so it'll take up to 5 7/8, and 3,900 RPM. A little bit slower than some of the big boys. Yeah, like the big boys we just looked at. The operating speed was 5,800 RPM, so these are 5,800. So this is 2,000 RPM slower. And this is a 2.2 version, so it's going to come with two XE 5.0 batteries, more traditional. So this is an M18. Oh yeah, this thing's nice, a little compact. I like that black. This one wins the style contest. And then, but it's still an M18. They must have a whole division of just packaging people trying to figure out how to put these in a box or in a bag. Yeah, dude, I like that guy. It's very similar. Again, what's going on with the different sides here? This will drive you crazy if you were using these different saws all the time. So this is a M18, but looks more compact like an M12. And I don't think, oh yeah, it does come with a blade. So this comes with a 30 tooth, with 30 teeth. Metal Tech blade, 5 3/8. And a second battery's in here, and then the same normal charger. The HD, so these HD ones come with a rapid charger, I believe. We got a lot to learn about these suckers. Yeah, rapid charger. Rapid charger, rapid charger. These the rest come with a regular charger. This one comes with an M12 only, and then these come with the dual chargers. And then let's check out this cutoff saw. Only comes in a 1 key. I probably shouldn't have bought this. This is a 9-inch cutoff saw. Look at this sucker. This is like I guess you'd use this for like cutting doors off of crushed cars or something. I don't know if you know what to do with this thing. It was on the list here and I snuck it in. It was 899 bucks shipped. I'm an idiot. 6,600 RPM. Cut depth is 3.4 inches. And this comes with a single HD battery. So it's $899 with the battery, $599 without. Let's just see. We got it. Let's just see what it's all about here. Dang. How did I sneak this? See, the thing is, I bought all these not knowing what they cost. I just, oh, we got styrofoam. Now it's getting serious. I just said, you know, here's what I want. Oh, man. And so one key is the app-based management software where you can track your devices, manage your inventory of product if you're, you know, a general contractor or something like that. And then there's also some other features, some things you can, like, you know, limit the tool's torque and things like that. Adjust the output of a light. Alright, so ready to go rescue someone. We've got, yeah, it comes with a rapid charger. With the single HD 12.0 battery. Oh, it's actually pretty light. It's kind of not the same kind of rigid plastic as the rest. This is more of the plastic that the lights have. What is this? Maybe, is this a two battery? Oh, two batteries, two 12.0 batteries. And then these take 9-inch blades. And I don't think it comes with one. Let's see. Where'd it go? Comes with 2 battery packs, a bracelet blade, diamond blade, wrench, and rapid charger. Maybe the blade's tucked in here somewhere. Underneath. Oh yeah, it's right here. Okay. Let's get our battery out. And the battery goes in this little compartment up here. Let me get this freaking styrofoam out of here. I hate styrofoam. So they don't make a bag for this thing. There's the blades. I just want to see what these blades look like. Looks like a record. That's legit. 9-inch diamond blade. And also comes with this one is a it's just a cutoff wheel. There's a giant cutoff wheel. Leave all this crap here on the side. We'll fix this when we're done. You put your monster battery in there, in the belly of it. Yeah, I know nothing about this. All I know is if I wanted to cut some door in half, I would have got it. I'm speechless. We'll set that over here. What did I get myself into? God dang it. All right, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. What the heck is going on? Let's look at some band saws. Yeah, let's set a couple of these aside so we have some more room to work. I'm in over my head. What else is new? What else is new? I think it's better to make the video of you figuring it out than pretending like you know everything, but maybe it would be smarter to do it, do a little research first instead of spending $80,000 on tools and not knowing anything about them. All right, but I'm having fun. It's certainly fun to play with all this crap. All right, so let's talk band saws. You know, for me, I could see using this to cut pipe and stuff. You know, cutting Prevost pipe and who knows what other dangerous idea I'll come up with. So this is M12, so they make two M12s, I think. Let's see, let's go back to here. No, a single M12. So they don't make a fuel, a little disappointing. So this is $229 and an XC, 2.1 XC, so it comes with a XC 3.0 or XC 4.0 battery. And, or XC 3.0, I was right. And then it comes as a tool only for $149. I've never actually used one of these things, but I'm sure this comes in super handy having a bandsaw. So I'm excited to have one of these in my cabinet. We just need to pick one. So the question is, do we want to have a non-fuel? Whoa. Tiny little motor on this guy. There's this little cartridge thing here. And then the blade. So the blade is going to require some installation. So you take your blade and we'll install it in here somehow. We'll have to read the instructions. Let's just get these all out and then we'll see if we need some more. We need some more info. The question will be, you know, how big are the fuel versions, and would we want an M12 in our cabinet? And we'll get these all out and figure it out. What was that? Thick metal, thin metal, so, oh cool. So they give you a card that tells you what kind of teeth to get. Or what kind of blade to get, I should say, how many teeth it should have. There's a big old case that I probably wouldn't keep. Okay, so that's the non-fuel version. Now we get into the fuel stuff. Compact, deep cut, and then deep cut variable speed. So let's do the compact first. So these are the M18 tools, and this is compact is $449 as a 2.2, and it's $279 as a 2.0 as a tool only. So let's see the size of this versus the M12. And that'll help us to determine, do we even need the M12? Because obviously, we all want to have the fuel. Another nice little camping bag for you here. There's our blade in here. It's still a whole lot bigger than the M12 is. I think this is one of those things that everybody wants that not everybody gets. Now this comes with CP batteries. High output CP 3.0, that's interesting. Sure. I guess to keep it as compact as possible. Which charger does this come with? It comes with a rapid charger. This must be a pretty new tool. So there's two batteries in there. Two batteries in the charger, like you'd expect. So you have to push this in. And so the blades go in here. We'll figure out off camera how to put it in. But that is quite a bit bigger than the little guy. Interesting. And I don't think I've ever seen or held one of these bandsaws before in my life. I don't think they have them at Home Depot, do they? I don't think I've ever seen them. I lost my knife. There it is. All right, so this one is the full-size version. And so this is a deep cut bandsaw kit 2728-22. They also sell 2729-22. They also sell as a 2.1 and a 2.0. So $5.99, $4.99, or $3.29. This is a monster box and bag. Set this here, and my lift is not big enough for this product unboxing. Having a real struggle here today, people. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but I'm having a good old time playing with this, all this money that I spent. Okay, there's one of our batteries. Here's the blade. So let's figure out how to put the blade in this one. Blade, there's the saw. Oh boy. That's a big monster. So this doesn't come with a rapid charger, it comes with a regular charger. Yeah. Set this over here for a second. Let's get our box out of the way. Let's get our instructions out because we might need those. Let's just put this back in here. All right, look at this thing. That's freaking heavy, man. Dang. This thing weighs 15.9 pounds. All right, let's figure out how to put the blade on this thing. Yeah, this looks like do some serious damage to your appendages with something like this. So I'm wondering if it's as simple as just jamming it in there. Probably not. Tension lock, number 1. Where's our tension lock at? Right here. There we go. I won't let this beat me. Which way does the blade go? I think the blade faces front. Like this. I would think. Let's see, does it show a picture of it? Blade faces down. So it twists into place. How the heck do you put this thing in here? I'll put it like this first. It tells me nothing. No battery in it. Turn the tension handle located on the front of the saw blade 180 degrees. This releases the tension on the blade for easy removal. Remove the blades from the pulley first, then from the guides. To install a new blade with the pulleys facing up, insert the blade between the rollers. Pulleys facing up. Yeah, make sure the teeth point toward the rear. Okay, not so bad. I think it's on. Feel like I'm shooting out. Let's see if it'll tighten. That feels a little sketchy, but I think we're good. Yeah, okay. That's on. And you take these covers. Now that we've done it once, we should be able to do it pretty easily in the future. Why does that not line up? There we go. Does that look right to you? So there's our bandsaw put together. And there's some quick step-by-step instructions here. Yeah, you have to push that. Let's put our battery on top. Let's see if our blade comes shooting out. It says, step 1, push the button to unlock triggers. Unlocked. Activate the trigger first, then activate the second trigger. Trigger. And we got different speeds. That's freaking cool. Actually, chop through something. This thing looks, it's pretty gnarly. It's freaking heavy though, man. Jeez. This versus this little guy. What's up with all this left-handed business? Versus this one. A little compact. All right, let's open up the big one. Set this one back here. One last one to open up here. Now we know how a bandsaw goes together. So let's open the big one here. So this one is a variable speed, and the handle's in a different location. It's a huge case here. So I'm assuming variable speed means variable by the trigger. God dang it. So this one is $649 or $399 without a battery. And this is a 2729S-22. Look how pretty that looks. Got a battery on it. And so this is the one that's even heavier. Yeah, this one's even heavier. I like that better though. We're not going to put the blade on this one. Just get this out of the way. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make any determinations on this video on what to do. You'll have to stay tuned for that. So you have to push this in, and then, but you variable speed options, which I think I'd like that better. And we got the dual trigger. $5.99, $6.49, 15 pounds, 13 pounds. You got the little compact one, and then you got the little super compact one. I thought this would be a little easier on these bandsaws. These are very similar. Personal preferences. I think on a circular saw, I think for most of us, this is pretty easy in that we want the M18. I've already forgotten the model number, so we want the M18. Shoot, which one is this? M18 6.5. It's just a nice size. Just wish it was the opposite direction. So, you know, M12, M18, these kind of complement each other nicely. So I guess in a perfect world, you'd do M12 fuel, M18 fuel. So you do these two guys. 1, 2, and then so these would be out. So these would be out because I don't want the base Milwaukees. And then you've got a choice between the funky looking handle thing and the other regular handle thing. These two HD guys. This big is 7 1/4. I mean, unless you're doing some serious work, do you want 4 circular saws? Do you want a metal one? Because I'm sure you could just put a metal blade. I think that a lot of it would depend on what you're doing. You know, if you're using these all day, every day. So this sucker's just big and bulky, man. Versus this. So I think a lot of this is going to come down to your preference of which side do you like the blade on. I like the blade better on the right side, I think. And this just feels more natural to me than having the blade on this side. But I'm telling you, this little guy is nice. You can one-handed operate this thing. Same thing with the little metal version. Yeah, I mean, this is compact enough. So this is my number one machine for sure. M18, 6.5-inch blade. This is the one I'd choose first. XC 5.0 batteries, so very manageable batteries. Batteries aren't as expensive. Luxury item would be having this. Ultimate luxury would be having the metal specific saw as well. This one is actually a little lighter and more compact because this uses the, I guess they're both 5 3/8 blades. And then the question is, if you're like doing a lot of big heavy wood, do you want one of the monsters? That's what I'll have to figure out. Do I want one of these in my cabinet? Sure would be nice to have a big heavy duty 7.5 or 7 1/4-inch blade if you're cutting, ripping some plywood or something like that, full sheets of it, or trying to cut through some 2x4s or something on a let's say you're doing a remodel or something like that. So number one. Number two, ultimate luxury, because you could do the same thing with this. And then I have to play with these a little bit more to figure out, do I like the, it might make sense that since you have a traditional handle here, to have the rear-facing handle in the big boy, so you have a different tool. Plus, I think this would really annoy me that I've become so accustomed to using the blade on this side, and then I got one that's opposite. Just something to think about. So these two are reverse, these three are traditional. So that might make sense to group these three together. And then these two as, man, nobody needs well, very few people need 5 circular saws, especially when you got $2,000 in circular saws. I'll have to consult some friends that actually use these things on a regular basis. And then band saws, I mean, this might be one of those cases where, you know, for most of us DIY people, just having a little inexpensive non-fuel M12. Yeah, I mean, I would think that you'd probably end up with this, you know, the compact. Yeah, I think if I had to choose one, I'd choose this, the compact version. Anyway, stay tuned on Obsessed Garage. I don't have as much circular saw experience as I do with some of the other tools, so this isn't as easy for me to just pick one in this video. But stay tuned and make sure to check out the website. We'll have these up in the store. I'm going to choose which one I'm going to carry. I'm not going to carry all of them, but choose which one, you know, makes the most sense. And you know, out of all these tools, this is the guy that I definitely want to have in my cabinet. The other ones are questionable. So anyway, thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. We got about 8 more videos of unboxing to do, and then we'll get into more definitive stuff. Catch you soon.